You are born into this world blind. Once you begin to see, you see that you are trapped in a fog. Welcome to the suffering of the real. Born into a world of falsehood to make you believe that the illusion is the only way to live. A system designed to cause you greater suffering. Is the system broken or just functioning as intended? Dying a slow death only to realize the facade at the end. People say we live in a debt-based economy. This is partially true. Maybe debt is the mechanism of exchange for human suffering to profit. The following statement might be dark, but nothing is more profitable than human suffering. Look at modern dating products. They gaslight lonely people into paying for bad dating advice and additional features. Financial gurus, all scammers profiting from the suffering of people that are trapped in the system. Social media promoting degeneracy and a false representation of reality to ruin mental health. Medicine choosing to treat rather than cure. The common denominator is prolonging suffering. Why destroy your customer base? Dating apps, a perfect embodiment of this phenomenon. Meeting new people to date in this modern, lonely society. They had a simple mechanism. Show you potential matches nearby. Now they are riddled with bot accounts, sending false likes, gatekeeping potential matches, and microtransactions. The suffering of loneliness is a fairly new phenomenon at the scale we see today. They become incentivized to get people high on the chase of romance, using scheming tactics to ensure that they can extract maximum money from their client base. Why solve the problem if the problem is your source of income? Suffering breeding money. People often say follow the money, but maybe follow the suffering is a more effective way of revealing the truth. Why is suffering so profitable? It's very simple. When people are faced with a problem that affects their quality of life, they are forced to find a solution. Health, mental health, shelter, and food are some essential components for human life and society to function effectively. So you create a problem or use an existing one that would make living a normal life difficult, if not cured or treated. You choose to treat it while preventing the cure, and now you have another individual who will freely exchange their money for your treatment. All you have to do is ensure that the cure is never released. Look at cigarette companies. Companies profiting from addiction. Why did these companies buy food companies? What were the consequences of this? A new form of addiction, food addiction. An army of scientists was used, the same ones used to justify cigarette smoking. Voila, ultra-processed foods are born, alongside all types of beneficial consequences, such as paying off organizations like the FDA and leading health journals into publishing articles saying sugar isn't addictive and does not cause weight gain. The result of this? Suffering through food-related problems, a suffering that is highly profitable to both food and drug companies. What is the deeper meaning behind this? Using money as a motivator is only partially true. What about time? Think of time as potential causal events an individual has access to. The more free time a person has, the more choices that person can make to influence their environment for their own cause versus the cause of those in power. Money is a mechanism of control over time. The more money a person has, the more they can influence. Influence over others equals influence over probability of future events to be more in line with the intentions of those with influence. So money or debt is influence, and time is the ability to alter the probability of future events with present choices. The dichotomy of control is a relevant concept in Stoic philosophy. The dichotomy of controlled states, our interpretation, wishes, and choices are within our control. The outside world's reaction to these things are not. Stoics emphasize focusing on what is in our control. Epictetus states that our emotional state is paramount to how we interpret things within our control. Less time equals less control. More suffering equals a less favorable interpretation. A nasty cycle. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. A society that is sick, which spends most of their time at work and is addicted, will likely spend most of their time or choices towards the cause of those in power, increasing the wealth of corporations, which translates into increased control and influence over outcomes. The truth, as with all truths, is a hard pill to swallow, but the nature of truth is that it becomes inevitable with passing time.